Time for my one evening class, but boy is it a doozy. Analytical statistics. We'll still be bold, you know? We'll still be bold. Walk with this dork. Actually, it's like the opposite of a dork.
Swing by again tomorrow, or whenever you feel like it. I'll probably be playing something you've never heard before. I'd love to hear your critique on it.
Sounds like fun.
I certainly think so. I'll be in the music club room either way. There's also some literature club-related business I'd like to discuss with you in person. So you have that to look forward to.
How ominous.
I hope this isn't placing too much pressure on you. But I might have invited someone else to join us as well. Don't worry though, you'll get along very well with her.
Who is it then?
If you really want to know, there's only one place to find out.
Dangle dangle goes the carrot. With this hop, I'll get it for sure. Natsuki or Sayori or Yuri? Might be Sayori. But she might have put two and two together and realized we're a lot like Yuri. But we're on her route. Why would she set us up with any of her friends? Only something disturbs that quiet. The baleful cries of a kitten's voice resonate down the isolated alley streets, barely perceptible above the beating rainfall. But I can hear it. I can hear you, little kitty, and the mournful dirge of your desperate loneliness. Where's your mama, little cat? Swept away in the raging canal streams? Or perhaps you were simply born unwanted, left to fend for yourself? As I continue forward, running through all the different scenarios in my head, I happen across a cardboard box situated snugly against the sidewalk. At a glance, it would seem this box, too, had seen better days. I'd bet it'd be nothing more than saturated mush by day's end. So that's the story, then. An unplanned pregnancy and a discarded litter. There's little I can do to help the poor animal's situation at this point. I doubt it'll see another sunrise. Still, I approach the box, if only to sear the kitten into my memory, let it be known by at least one while yet it still lives. Hey, kitty. Sorry we have to meet like this. What? It's already dead. Then, what the hell was I hearing? Only, I realize I'm not hearing it anymore. The lonely cat's cries are gone, as though the mere act of perceiving this corpse silenced them. We have found Schrodinger's cat. It's just a coincidence, right? It was some other cat I was hearing, right? I gulp and continue making my way back to my current address at a more hurried pace, trying to push this inexplicable encounter out of my mind. So not committing to the Monika route, we found a laptop with a recorded baby noise, and on the Monika route, we've got a cat in a box. There are 1,000 different, more plausible explanations, and alleyway haunted by a dead cat happens to be the most ridiculous one. Still, the cold air around me feels the slightest bit colder, even as I find myself back on familiar streets. No point overthinking things, I guess. Being that this neighborhood is within walking distance of Sarabatu High and all, there's gotta be more than a few kids my age around here, right? Oh, we've heard that line like at least 3 times. I don't care. See, I would block them again, but we know that just prompts them to harass us more later, and we haven't really seen them continue when we don't do that, so whatever. Now, I think the third game is objectively the correct game to choose simply because it is the smallest distance between the skip button. Maybe I should put some music on while I shower. They say listening to classical music makes you smarter, plus the silence is pretty dull. Well, I don't know if Mom's home right now, or if she's gonna come home in the middle of my shower. I'm sure she'd have lots of questions if she heard Bach belting out of the bathroom. I wonder what kind of music is popular nowadays. I mean, I guess I hear all kinds of pop and shit whenever I wander downtown, but it's not like it's all that distinctive. Not amidst the bustle and the crowd, anyway. Would it be normal to listen to anime songs? Well, there's no reason I should be caught up in what's normal anyway. Just listen to what you like, dude. It's a curse only borne by people surrounded by those who give a fuck. If I were to practice an instrument, I think I'd take up the violin. It's such a beautiful singular sound. It can produce the most frantic screeches, the most wistful sighs, the most tear-jerking cries, and the most happy, bouncy laughter of mirth. All in a small package I could pick up and take wherever I go. Plus, I look so cool on stage with one in my arms, with the camera angled upward, silhouetting me against the lights. This image exists only in the realm of fantasy, though. The cheapest violins still cost tens of thousands of yen, and even if I could afford it, it's not like I'd be any good. Still, if I were, maybe I could play a duet with Monika. Violins rock. Just gonna put that out there. Leave. No mirror. No mirror. Get an early start. No mirror, no news. Oh, it's Monika.
Good morning, Hallie. I hear the sound of rain on your end. You must already be walking to school, correct?
Yeah, that's right. And good morning to you too, Monika.
Thanks. It pleases me to know that this future member of the literature club is so punctual and diligent with his time.
But I'm not hearing any rain on your end of the line.
That's because I'm in my car. Unlike some people, apparently, having my school within walking distance is not a luxury I am afforded.
What? Wow. You have your own car?
Is that unusual? I'm almost 18, Hallie.
Almost 18.
I think most people my age learn to drive by now.
The way I
understand it, Japan's actually somewhat of an outlier when it comes to having things within walking distance. In other parts of the world, having a car is almost necessary. Places like China, America, and Russia, for example, they have so much room and so much land that everything is insanely spread out. So for a lot of people, you need a car to go anywhere at all.
Sorry if this is too personal, but do you have your sights set beyond Japan, perhaps?
You're pretty quick on the uptake, you know, Hallie. And you're pretty much right on the money. Don't get me wrong, I love Japan. This little island nation is always going to be my home, but again, it's a little island nation. And like I said, I'm almost 18. Graduation is fast approaching for me, and I've been considering my options for studying abroad. My mother is Polish. Did you know that, Hallie?
Can't say I did. So is that where you want to go to? So you never seen Poland?
Considering my options, there's a whole host of hoops I'd need to jump through to even register as a citizen in Poland, much less start studying there. It'd probably be a lot easier to study in America or Scandinavia if I were so inclined. You should consider studying abroad too, Hallie. There's programs for high school students as well. Who knows? Maybe we could both end up flying to Poland together, though I doubt our housing situation would quite match up.
My face starts burning up at the thought of me and Monika, both leaving this place behind for parts unknown. Together. I'm glad she can't see the red smile on my face right now.
What's up, Hallie? Do my words make your heart go doki doki?
Never mind. No, I was just thinking.
Well, keep thinking on it. I gotta park my car. Be seeing you around, little mouse.
Yeah. Bye. I hang up and inhale deeply before exhaling, mulling over her words as well as my own future. My own face stares back at me in the black screen's reflection. Were I to study abroad, I should have my own reasons for doing so, not just to follow Monika around like a lost puppy. Here she comes! The inescapable slap. Whoa, now we'll be friendly with her. But not too friendly. Zooming along. Well, I doubt you're anything more than a passing attraction anyway. Monika's got so many people vying for her attention that she's got her pick of the lot. Come on, she can't be that shallow, right? She seems pretty genuine, at least to me. Well, yeah, how do you think everyone else falls for it? People like her can make you feel like the most special person in the whole world. Easy as breathing. People like her? I don't think I understand what you're implying. I'm not implying anything.
I'm saying she's a blood-sucking sociopath and you're an idiot for thinking you're special.
Oh, okay. How about we all just chill out?
I am chill, just saying what everyone else is thinking.
Have I given these guys consistent voices at any point? Maybe if they had consistent faces, I'd be more inclined. Alright. Munker. Let's go! According to what Monika had texted me before, she apparently has someone she wants me to meet, so I probably shouldn't keep them waiting. Once I am past the usual claustrophobic whirl of flesh and voice, I break through like a tadpole from the back of a Suriname toad. Gross. My pace quickens, eager to leave the realm of men and immerse myself once more into Monika's world of song. It's funny how much I'm looking forward to our lunchtime encounters now. Before long, not a living soul remains in sight amidst these isolated halls, which means I'll be hearing it soon. There it is. The voice of an angel, given form by black and white keys and coaxed forth by an artist's fingers. The sound is sweet and wistful. Again, a departure from what I've heard her play previously. Does this girl seriously have no limits to what she can do? I walk more slowly, or slowlier, simply wanting to... slower, not slowlier, I'm stupid. Simply wanting to listen and not interrupt. I wonder how many others have heard Monika's tireless efforts echoing down these halls. If anyone else, beckoned by curiosity, has been drawn in like a sailor to a siren song, but then it's probably not normal for people to be walking the halls alone. Still, I smile slightly, knowing that in a way, perhaps this song is for me and Monika alone. Before entering the music club room, I stare into my reflection on the rain-soaked window glass, straightening my tie and collar and fluffing up my hair. Once I am satisfied with how I look, I turn, grip the handle of the door before me, and gently open it. I enter silently, closing the door behind me as quietly as possible so as not to break the spell Monika is currently under. Before long, I find myself under the same spell. It makes me wonder how long Monika has been practicing the piano. I know there are prodigies from all over the world who can recite Tchaikovsky while still in their single digits. But as far as I can tell, all the pieces I've heard thus far are original. To be both player and composer at this age, that's a whole different level of gifted.
I call this piece Night View of the Distant Port. It's, well, I don't want to say it just came to me because that's not how this works at all. But I suppose I was struck by a bit of artistic inspiration as I wrote out its sheets and listened to how it sounded underneath my fingers. That inspiration being numerous, long and lonely nights, with naught to do but ruminate on the situation I find myself in and how exactly I got to this point. Have you ever had nights like that, Hallie?
Every night. Yeah, lots of times.
Tell me what you're seeing then, my friend of many deep and melancholy thoughts. Not what you're hearing, what you're seeing.
This song makes me see a USB port and a cord too short to reach it. No, that's dumb. A glittering black sea beneath a starless sky. That sounds super pretentious. City lights impossibly far in the dark. Huh. We'll go with maximum pretense. The moon, suspended in an inky black sky, the only source of light visible across the colorless waves of darkness below. The moon's reflection is distorted and tossed about the fitful sea's surface, rendered only as fleeting streaks of white across infinite churning black. And yet, there is peace in this vision. Peaceful, rich slumber beneath the waves, where neither sun nor moon nor heat nor cold can reach. Well, cold reaches for sure.
Very evocative words, but you were imagining a literal view of the ocean from a port at night, weren't you?
Guilty as charged.
Maybe it's my fault for asking the question after telling you the name of the song.
What's your interpretation of this piece, then?
My interpretation is worthless. Sure, any artist will have a specific image or message in mind when composing a song, a poem, a painting, or what have you. That's what it means to create with intent, after all, but it doesn't matter how many ideas you have swirling in your head. If you lack the technical skill to convey those ideas to your audience, or any ideas at all, for that matter, then it's all moot. What matters is what the audience sees, not the artist. Of course, there are an abundance of people who create without any ideas in their head at all, just pumping out featureless and distinct things for the sake of it. But it's pretty easy to spot those sorts of works, even in professional productions, especially in professional productions.
Seems Monika is a woman of many strong opinions. Guess she was in the debate club for a reason. Our little exchange on the nature of artistic interpretation is interrupted by someone suddenly opening the door behind me. I immediately stand aside so as not to be in their way. Who's it gonna be? Drum roll. I wonder if the room is... Oh, it's Midori, the student council president. I remember her from homeroom. I forget what voice I gave you.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to give you a startle. Monika asked me to meet her here. Hello. I'm right here, Midori-san. Come on in.
Midori gives a polite smile and slight bow before closing the door behind her.
Is he the one you wanted to speak to me about, Monika-san?
My face warms slightly as both pairs of eyes land on me. I recoil slightly with no idea of what this is about. Me?
That he is. Please welcome the fifth and newest member of the Literature Club, halibabica.
Monika's expression shifts to one of a sub-zero glare as to say, go along with it, you hapless dipshit.
Is this true, halibabica?
No, I'm totally in it. Like, he's going to join, inevitably. Yeah, of course, it's the first official meeting for the semester isn't until Friday, but I've already decided on joining. I figured adding that detail would lend more credence to the lie, something Monika seems to appreciate.
I see. In any case, it was never me who needed any convincing. With everything being moved indoors ever since this downpour began, the faculty is frantic to free up rooms. But, as long as I can bring back a verifiable name to them, that should keep your literature club off the chopping block. Thank you for being so helpful, Midori-san. You have no idea how much of a weight off my shoulders that is.
Midori offers a gracious smile and bow before responding.
Please enjoy the rest of your lunch break then, Monika-sama, Hallie-kun.
Monika flashes a sweet smile as Midori exits through the classroom door. I should probably take offense to being Monika's patsy, but for some reason that indignation doesn't register.